Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swa. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Śrī Krsna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this morning we are reading from Granth-raj Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 2, Chapter 7, entitled Scheduled Incarnations. Text 31. Nandam cha mokshati bhayat varunasya pashat gopan bileshu pihitan mayasununa cha anyapritam nishi shayanam atishramena lokam vikuntham upanyeshyati gokulam sma. Nandam cha mokshati bhayat varunasya pashat gopan bileshu pihitan mayasununa cha ajnapritam nishishayanam atishramena lokam vikuntham upaneshyati gokulam sma. Nandam cha mokshati bhayat varunasya pashat gopan bileshu pihitan mayasununa cha ajnapritam nishishayanam atishramena ajnapritam nishishayanam atishramena lokam vikuntham upaneshyati gokulam sma. Nandam cha mokshati bhayat varunasya pashat gopan bileshu pihitan mayasununa cha anyapritam nishishayanam atishramena lokam vikuntham upaneshyati gokulam sma. Please kindly chant. Nandam cha mokshati bhayat Vaishnavis, please. Nandam, unto Nanda, the father of Krishna. Cha, also. Mokshati, saves. Bhayat, from the fear of. Varunasya, of Varuna, the demigod of water. Pashat, from the clutches of. Gopan, the cowherd men. Bileshu, in the caves of the mountain. Pihitan, placed. Maya Sununa, by the son of Maya. Cha, also. Agni Apritam, being very engaged during the daytime. Nishi, at night. Shayanam, lying down. Atishramena, because of hard labor. Lokam, planet. Vikuntham, the spiritual sky. Upaneshyati, he awarded. Gokulam, the highest planet. Sma, certainly. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Lord Krishna saved his foster father Nanda Maharaj from the fear of the demigod Varuna and released the cowherd boys from the caves of the mountain, for they were placed there by the son of Maya. Also to the inhabitants of Vrindavan, who were busy working during daytime and sleeping soundly at night because of their hard labor in the day, Lord Krishna awarded promotion to the highest planet in the spiritual sky. All these acts are transcendental and certainly prove without any doubt his godhood. Purport. Nanda Maharaj, the foster father of Lord Krishna, went to take his bath in the river Yamuna in the dead of night, mistakenly thinking that the night was already over. Thus the demigod Varuna took him to the Varuna planet just to have a look at the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, who appeared there to release his father. Actually, there was no arrest of Nanda Maharaj by Varuna because the inhabitants of Vrindavan were always engaged in thinking of Krishna in constant meditation on the personality of Godhead in a particular form of samadhi or trance of bhakti yoga. They had no fear of the miseries of material existence. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that to be in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by full surrender in transcendental love frees one from the miseries inflicted by the laws of material nature. Here it is clearly mentioned that the inhabitants of Vrindavan were extensively busy in the hard labor of their day's work, and due to the day's hard labor, they were engaged in sound sleep at night. So practically they had very little time to devote to meditation or the other paraphernalia of spiritual activities. But factually, they were engaged in the highest spiritual activities only. Everything done by them was spiritualized because everything was dovetailed in their relationship with Lord Krishna. The central point of activities was Krishna, and as such, the so-called activities in the material world were saturated with spiritual potency. That is the advantage of the way of bhakti yoga. One should discharge one's duties on Lord Krishna's behalf, and all one's activities or actions will be saturated with Krishna thought, the highest pattern of trance in spiritual realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I'm very, very happy to be back at the lotus feet of Shri Radha Gopinath. Today is such a wonderful occasion. We had the Abhishek of Lakshmi Narayan. So in the association of Lakshmi Narayan and Radha Gopinath, the lords of Vaikuntha and the lords of Goloka Vrindavan, we being in this material world are saturated in transcendental trance in the association of Vaishnavas. So I would like to start by offering my obeisances of gratitude to each one of you present here. My beloved parents and superiors are present. So many wonderful Vaishnavas are present here. So to each one of you, I start off by offering my obeisances. I pray, I beg, may all of you kindly pray for me. A conditioned soul makes so many mistakes. In fact, Srila Jiva Goswami says, Pade pade cha skhalanam. The word pada means step, but the word pada can also mean a word or a line of a verse. At every line or at every step in life, cha skhalanam, we can fall. Of course, once I asked my superior that about fall down. And he said, you are asking about fall down? Those who are fallen don't ask about fall down. You have to be at a certain level to fall from. So I felt very happy. So, having said that, if I still happen to skid and slip and fall through my presentation and crawl with embarrassment, all of you can kindly forgive me. Please protect me with your prayers and best wishes and blessings. May the right words come at the right time, in the right spirit of giving pleasure to Radha Gopinath's ears. Radha Gopinath have been lovingly standing here, and their ears have been fed with so much nectar that Srila Radhanath Maharaj sitting here has fed through his lotus lips. Now I feel bad for Radha Gopinath that after all that nectar he has to tolerate me today. But may all of you pray. May I try to serve all of you to the best of my ability. Vancha kalpataru. I remember when I was fortunate enough to be here on the 25th anniversary of the installation of Radha Gopinath. I'm remembering how Maharaj was here, Shyam Sundar Prabhu was here. And Shyam Sundar Prabhu was very beautifully narrating the pastime of how Srila Prabhupada came. And he pointed his cane in the direction of the temple and said, this is a beautiful place. I wish we can have a temple here. And it's so amazing, just by the indication, by the directional hint of Srila Prabhupada's desire, and by Srila Radhanath Maharaj's divine, sweet guidance and selfless, compassionate preaching, we have such a beautiful community here. So I start off by offering my gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, to Srila Radhanath Maharaj, and all the senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada and the senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis of this community who have been nourishing, like Mother Yaśodā nourishes Krishna with her breast milk. So many seniors have been nourishing all of us in this community over so many decades. So I am a small speck of dust here. What value can I add? But I start by offering my obeisances to each and every superior who has been here, who is here, who will be here, who has been here, who has been there, who has been everywhere. Atra tatra kutra sarvatra. So it's so beautiful that last time we had the good fortune of discussing and absorbing our minds on Mother Yaśoda's sweetness. And today the verse starts with Nanda. So I was very happy that we have the opportunity to continue the theme on the glories of Mother Yaśodā and Nanda Maharaj. So in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Queen Kunti celebrated prayers which are very dear to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, in fact, even compiled and presented Teachings of Queen Kunti, a separate book. It's an extract of Prabhupada's realizations and lectures from the first canto. There, one of the famous verses, very dear to the Vaishnava community, which has 5 names of Krishna, which everybody knows, which is that prayer from the prayers of Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. So beautifully Queen Kunti, she calls Krishnaya Namaha. Govindaya Namo Namaha. The term Namo Namaha goes with each term. So Krishnaya Namaha, Vasudevaya Namaha, Devaki Nandanaya Namaha, Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, ityadi. So after invoking Krishna's name, "Oh Krishna," Queen Kunti is calling. So Krishna says, "Who am I?" So Queen Kunti says, "Vasudev. You are the son of Vasudev Maharaj." So Krishna said, "Iha bahya aage kaho ar." Yes, yes, that is correct. The whole world knows me as the son of Vasudev. But you know something even more. Queen Kunti, it is described, was present in Vrindavan on the day of Damodar Leela. So she knows one thing for sure, that Krishna is actually the son of Nanda and Yaśodā. That is correct. So when Krishnaya, Vasudevaya, "Oh Krishna, you are Vasudev, the son of Vasudev." When Queen Kunti invokes like this, so Krishna says, "Okay, I am Vasudev, the son of Vasudev, but what more?" Sripad Baladev Vidya Bhushan, he enters the scene by giving so many beautiful meanings to the word Vasudev. He says the word Vasudev is also a name for Nanda Maharaj. Now this is beautiful. How? He says the word Vasu means the wealth of cows. And Deva means king. So Vasudev is Nanda Maharaj, who is the king, where his wealth is the cows. So therefore his son, Vasudev's son, is Vasudev. So Krishna is the son of that Nanda Maharaj who loves cows. In fact, Nanda Maharaj loves cows so much that when Gargacharya came and he was doing the astrological chart for Krishna, can you imagine? Doing the astrological chart for he who created the planets? We are under the planets, so we have to see the influence of the planets on us. But when they chant or they create Krishna's chart, the chart describes how the planet worships the Lord above them. So either we can be under the grahas or we can be under Krishna's anugraha, Krishna's mercy. So Gargacharya is preparing the chart for Krishna. And he's looking. Jupiter bhi hai. Mars bhi hai. Wow, wow. He's playing around. So Nanda Maharaj, in his innocence, because his wealth is cows, he looks at Gargacharya and says, "Can you please tell me if my son in the future, if he will be a very good king whose wealth will be the cows?" Gargacharya looks at Nanda Maharaj and says, "Actually, astrologically speaking, I can see that your son is born in Rohini Nakshatra." Which Nakshatra? Rohini Nakshatra. Therefore, O Nanda Maharaj, your son will love cows. But the ascendant, the first house, the Lagna, is Vrishabha Lagna, which means Taurus. And Taurus means bulls. Therefore, he will love the cows, and at the same time, he will have the power to control uncontrollable bulls. So when Nanda Maharaj heard that, that was his world. That's all that he wanted. Gargacharya wanted to say much more. He's not just the Lord of cows, but he's also the Lord of... But Nanda Maharaj said, "Theek hai, theek hai. If somebody loves the cows and can take care of bulls, what more is there in life?" How beautiful. One time one palmist came, Samudrika Lakshana Shastra, he who can do face reading and who can do hastareka, the lines on the palm. They can read the lines on the palm. So Nanda Maharaj told Krishna, hey baby Gopal, chalo, there's a palmist. Jyotish, Shastra ke marmatnya pandit aa chuke. This pastime is given by Srila Prabhupada in Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, in Nectar of Devotion. So Nanda Maharaj took baby Gopal and took to the palmist. And Nanda Maharaj pulled out the palm for Krishna and asked the palmist, can you read the lines in Krishna's palms? Can you imagine reading the lines on the palm of that Lord who makes the lines on the palms of all living beings? How sweet and how beautiful. And Krishna's lines were not even developed at that time. Little baby Gopal. You see, when the lotus is budding, the number of leaves are few. So Krishna, who is a blue lotus and whose palms are pink lotus, when he is growing up, the bud of the lotus palms of his hand are blossoming and very few lines in the form of petals are blossoming. But still the nectar in the wall of that palm is full. So Nanda Maharaj said, can you read? And the palmist looked. And he said, Nanda Maharaj, do you have any specific questions? Because there is so much to say, but I want to say only what you want to hear. Nanda Maharaj said, can you please tell me if my son will be the king of Vrindavan taking care of the cows and the bulls in the future? The palmist looked and said, yes. He will love cows and the cows will love him. In fact, what to speak of cows? As soon as the calves are born, they are just learning how to drink the milk from the udder of their mother. And at that stage, when they hear Krishna's flute sound, the calf's ears open up. I remember doing one Vrindavan parikrama, and on the path, I saw a little calf. Ears were like this. You seen in the cricket, the umpire goes this way. White ball. So this calf, very sweet little calf in the parikrama of Vrindavan, had her calf like this, her ears like this, open out. So we were remembering how in the pages of Bhagavatam it is described. The calves were fighting two nectarian streams. Should I drink the nectar of Krishna's form through my eyes? Should I drink the nectar of Krishna's Rupa Madhuri through my eyes? Or should I drink the nectar of Krishna's Venu Madhuri through my ears? So this calf was confused. And in this confusion, the calf became even more confused because it was not just two senses, all five senses. Because the calf started thinking, I wish I could drink Krishna's form through my eyes. Through the pot of my eyes, let me drink the nectar of Krishna's Rupa form. Through the pot of my ears, let me drink the nectar of Krishna's flute. Through my nose, through my nostrils, let me smell the fragrance. The breeze of Vrindavan is carrying the fragrance of Krishna, who is a blue lotus flower garland. Let me just smell that. But at the same time, the calf is thinking, what to speak of drinking milk or chewing into grass? I wish with my tongue I can lick baby Gopal. And at that time, the sense of touch, the skin, starts to prompt, wait a minute, first embrace Gopal. Let Gopal embrace you. If Krishna embraces the calf and the calf is kept comfortable, then he gets some very special massages under his neck. And the calf loves it. And then with their eyes, they can drink Krishna's form. With their ears, they can drink Krishna's flute. With their nose, they can drink Krishna's fragrance. With their tongue, they can lick the fragrance and the taste of Krishna's form. Madhuram. And at the same time, through their skin, they can embrace Gopal. This is Vasudeva. He who loves the cows and he whom the calves love. Krishna loves to run with the cows. He is good at everything with the cows. It is described, Maya, Yaśodā and Nanda Baba, they had many to-do lists for Krishna. Just like we have, they have to-do list. And what is that? We need to teach Krishna how to feed cows. We need to teach Krishna how to bathe the calves. We need to teach Krishna how to run with the calves. We need to teach Krishna how to control fighting bulls. We need to teach Krishna how to take the cows to those places where the grass is fresh and soft and fragrant. how to call back the cows in the evening. All of this are art. And they wanted to teach Krishna. And therefore they gifted Krishna different things. And therefore the next name that comes is Devaki Nandanayacha. The word Devaki refers to Devaki Rani, of course, in Mathura. But Srila Prabhupada explains, Dve namni Nanda bharyaya Yaśodā Devaki ticha. Just like Krishna has thousands of names, Mother Yaśodā has thousands of names. Yaśodā Sahasranam. But her topmost name is Yaśodā, but at home she's also called Devaki. Not to be confused with Devaki Rani of Mathura. Yaśodā Rani in Braja is also called Devaki. So Devaki Nandanayacha. And where is the proof for this? We can see the gopis say, Vrindavanam sakhi bhuvo bitanoti kirtim yat Devaki suta padambuja labdha Lakshmi. The gopis are praying to Krishna, Oh Krishna, Vrindavan has become fortunate. Why? Vrindavanam sakhi bhuvo vitanoti kirtim. Vrindavan is spreading the glorious fragrance of Mother Earth's fortune. Why? Yad Devaki suta padambuja labdha Lakshmi. Because the nectarian footprints with the signs and symbols on the sole of the lotus feet of the son of Devaki is found in Vrindavan. So why would the gopis say the son of Devaki? The gopis know that he is Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. If he is Vraja Jana Ranjana, he is the entertainer of Braja, he is first Yashodanandan. And because Yaśodā Rani's name is also Devaki in Braj, therefore the gopis say, Yad Devaki Sutta Padambuja Labdha Lakshmi. So Devaki Nandanayacha. Queen Kunti says, Krishna, you're Devaki Nandan, which means you are Yaśodā Nandan. You are Yaśodā Nandan. Yaśodā Rani gifted Krishna 5 things. It is described she gifted Krishna ropes, she gifted Krishna flutes, she gifted Krishna sticks, she gifted Krishna buffalo horns and bugles, and she gifted Krishna blankets. What are the 5 things? Let's repeat. She gifted Krishna ropes, sticks, flutes, buffalo horn, and a blanket. Out of this, we only know the blanket. आप बोलते रहो प्रभु. He will play the flute, you play your buffalo horn, we will use the blanket. And if you wake us up with kirtan in the middle, we use the stick. So Mother Yaśodā gifted Krishna these 5 things. Why? She told Krishna, with these 5 things, I want you to serve the cows. How's that? Oh Krishna, early in the morning, when you want to wake them up, you go to the Gaushala and you play the flute. Then when they're ready, you release them from their ropes and you take them long distance and tie them to the tree or tie them to the pole with ropes. At the same time, if they're naughty, then you can just show the stick. Don't use it, just show it. Mother Yaśodā is saying, just like I didn't use it, but I just was showing it in the Damodar Leela. Similarly, you just show it. And in the evening, when you want to get your cows back, you play the buffalo horn. And in the afternoon, when you're tired, take a blanket on the rock of Govardhan and go to sleep. So Mother Yaśodā had a beautiful plan for Krishna. So she's Devaki, and he is Devaki Nandanayacha. So Krishnaya, Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanayacha. Our acharyas describe how amazing is it that the Lord of 33 crore or 330 million devatas, who sleeps on the ocean of milk, devatas have to come and chant the Śrī Sukta, the Purusha Sukta, they have to chant Sahasranama Stotram to wake the Lord who's sleeping on the ocean of milk and request him, please appear on the surface of Mother Earth. That Lord, the Lord of the devatas, who loves to sleep on the ocean of milk, who hears prayers from the devatas, he appears in this world, not on the Ananta Shesh bed, but he sleeps on the bed of Mother Yaśoda's lap. And he's not surrounded by milk ocean. He loves to drink the milk ocean of Mother Yaśoda's loving heart. And at this time, no Śrī Sukta, no Purusha Sukta. He only talks to his mother casually, and that becomes Shabda Brahma. He only calls his mom. Mom, om. He's calling his mom. And that appears to be as Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. He's calling ma. So what comes as Pranava Sarva Vedeshu is a casual call that Krishna calls his mother. Om, mom. And as Krishna is sleeping on the lap of Mother Yaśodā, they are talking. And Mother Yaśodā tells Krishna, Krishna, do you know? She is rocking her lap, putting Krishna to sleep, and speaking to baby Gopal. Mother Yaśodā tells Krishna, do you know in this world, there is an ocean of milk? Do you know that? There's an ocean of milk. It's called Shweta Dweep. Krishna said, ocean of milk? How many cows does it take to form that ocean? How many cows do you have to milk to form that ocean? Mother Yaśodā said, you don't need cows to make that ocean of milk. You don't need any cows to make that ocean of milk. So Krishna said, Maya, how is it possible that you can have milk without cows? It's not possible. It's not possible. Maya Yaśodā said, yes, it's not possible for you and me, but for the Lord, what is impossible? So Krishna said, Lord? Tell me more about him. I've never heard that before. Tell me more about him. Mother Yaśodā very respectfully bows her head and folds her palms and she says, it is that Supreme Personality of Godhead who gives the power in the cow to transform green grass to white milk. That Lord who can transform green grass to white milk also has the power to create white milk without the cows. Krishna's amazed. He looks at Maya Yaśodā and says, who is he? Maya Yaśodā points up in the sky and says, he lives far away. He is God. He is the creator of everything. He maintains everything and he destroys everything. And he lives in all of our hearts. But Krishna, don't worry. For now you go to sleep. Hearing this story, Devaki Nandanayacha, Krishna the son of Devaki or Yaśodā, he chuckles and peacefully goes to sleep. How glorious is Mother Yaśodā. Nanda kim akarod brahman shreya eva mahodayam Yaśodā mahabhaga papavyasya stanam hari. Nemam virinchi na bhavo na shrirapyanga samshaya prasadam lebhire gopi yattat prapa vimuktidat. Bhagavatam describes, actually Parikshit Maharaj is saying, Nanda kim akarod brahman. There are so many people in Vatsalya Rati. But Nanda and Yaśodā, what have they done? Actually, they have not done anything. They are eternally Krishna's parents. The story of Drona and Dhara is true. Drona and Dhara that is described, they are the expansions of Nanda and Yaśodā who come in this world. They perform tapasya to teach all of us how as sadhakas we should be steadfast. And then finally, they merge into the body of Nanda and Yaśodā, who are eternally Krishna's parents. They don't have to perform any tapasya or vrat to become Krishna's parents. So Parikshit Maharaj questions, Nanda kim akarod brahman. What did Nanda Maharaj do? And what did Maya Yaśodā do? It's actually a rhetorical question. Like when we ask questions which we don't expect an answer for. Like we know something. Let's say we know where our friend has been in the evening. And we ask him that question. So where were you? Now we know where that person was. Let's say he had gone to meet some friends or he had gone to play. Maybe he said he's going to the library and he was found in the stadium playing. So all evening you were studying, huh? Where were you this evening? So they're not expecting an answer. They know the answer. So Parikshit Maharaj like that in the Bhagavatam is saying, Nanda kim akarod brahman. Oh Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami, my Guru Maharaj, what have Nanda and Yaśodā done? that he who gives the ability in man to walk learns to walk by falling down repeatedly in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj holds Krishna by the little finger, and Gopal tries to stand up and muster some courage and strength in his knees, and he stands up, takes 2 steps, and Nanda Maharaj is trying to inspire Krishna, saying, Gopal, try again, once more. I think you can do it this time. Pray to Vishnu, you can. How glorious is Nanda Maharaj, and how glorious is Mother Yaśodā. Yaśodā Mahabhaga papau yasya stanam hari. He who sleeps on the ocean of milk doesn't want milk. He wants Mother Yaśoda's love, which appears through her milk. How glorious is Nanda and Yaśodā. Devaki Nandanaya. And then after that, Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. How beautiful. These names and these prayers are so deep and profound. Can you imagine if Krishna was referred to as the son of Devaki and the son of Vasudeva in Mathura? Why would Kunti Devi again say Nanda Gopa Kumaraya and confuse the reader? She's externally saying for everyone, yes, he's the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. But actually, Vasudeva means Nanda, Devaki means Yaśodā, and the conclusion is Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. He's actually the son of Nanda Gop, Nanda Maharaj's little baby. Namami Nanda Nandanam, Namami Nanda Nandanam, Namami Nanda Nandanam, Namami Nanda Nandanam. If he is Nanda Nandan, therefore he is described as Nanda Nandan. Rupa Goswami has composed a whole Ashtakam, Nanda Nandana Ashtakam. And at the end he says, anybody who glorifies Krishna as the son of Nanda Maharaj, Patetya Shraddhayanvita, Tared Bhavabdi Dustaram Lavet Tadangari Yugmakam, will cross the ocean of suffering and will go back home, back to Godhead, and see Krishna playing with Nanda Maharaj. Krishna loves Nanda Maharaj. Sitting on the lap of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna hears stories, hears conversations, goes off to sleep. He loves his father. Nanda Gopa Kumara. Actually, in the Brahmanda Puran, there is a Śrī Krsna Ashtotara Shatanama, 108 prominent names of Krishna, given by Vyasadeva. And there one name of Krishna is Nanda Gopa Priyatmaja. What is that name? Nanda Gopa Priyatmaja. Nanda Gopa Priyatmaja, which means the dearest darling child of Nanda Maharaj. Dearest darling child of Nanda Maharaj. In fact, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, quoted by Srinath Chakravarti in Chaitanya Matamanjusha, who is our worshipable deity? Mahaprabhu says, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vraja Isha Tanayas. Our worshipable Lord is Krishna, who is the son of the king of Vrindavan. So he is Nanda Nandan. There is no doubt about it. He is Yaśodā Nandan. Therefore we see, not just Queen Kunti, not just the gopis. You can see Brahmaji in the Brahma Stuti. In Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Brahmaji says, Naumidhyate brahvapushe tadidambaraya gunjava tamsa paripicha lasanmukhaya vanyasraje kavala vetra vishana veno lakshma shriye mrudu pade pashu panga jaya. Now everyone please repeat this, not the whole verse, but just the last word. It's beautiful. Pashu pa anga jaya. Brahmaji, in the first verse of the 14th chapter of the 10th canto, after the Brahma Vimohan Leela, is offering prayers. And Brahmaji says, Krishna, you are Pashu pa anga jaya. Jaya means he appeared. Janman. Jayate. He appeared. He appeared from where? Anga. He appeared from the body. Anga means body, or it could mean the heart. So Krishna, you appeared from the body and the heart of who? Pa. Palayati, which means he who protects or helps others protect. Whom? Pashu. Pashu means cows. Pa means protector. Anga means body or heart. And Jaya means appearance. Brahma calls Krishna as he who appeared as the son from the heart or the body of he, that is Nanda, who is the king protecting the cows and calves. Brahmaji himself calls Krishna as Nanda Nandan. How beautiful. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. Govindaya Namo Namaha. The son of Nanda Maharaj. Actually, this is so beautiful. Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri in his Narayaniam has composed a verse which we can call and respond on how dear Krishna is to Nanda and Yaśodā. Do you want to hear? Very beautiful. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. So please let's chant. Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri has written in Sanskrit. Shakagreta vidhum vilokya phalame ambacha tatam muhu samprarthyatha tada tadiya vachasa protkhipta bahau tvai Chitram deva shashi chate karamagat kim brumahe sampata jyotirmandala purita akhila vapu praga virat rupatam. It is described that Nanda and Yaśodā were sitting with Krishna, baby Gopal, at night time. So Krishna is sitting on the lap of Maya Yaśodā, and sometimes he gets up and sits on the lap of Nanda Maharaj. And both are sitting and talking to baby Gopal. Shakha greta vidum vilokya phalamityambaja tatam muhu. Suddenly Krishna looked up. As he's talking to his parents and parents are counseling Krishna, they teach Krishna many things. Actually, Vatsalya Ras is so beautiful. It's the only ras where you can bless the Lord. You can bless the Lord. The friends can't bless the Lord. Not that they can't, but the dealing is such that if they try to bless Krishna, Krishna will say, who are you to bless me? You first go read Bhagavad Gita, see who I am. So the friends will say, I don't need to read any book to know who you are. I see what you do. I don't have to hear your words. I see your actions. And those servants in Braj, those were servants of Nanda Maharaj. So beautiful. They have servitude, Raktak, Pattak, Chitrak, Ityadi. They have servitude to Krishna because primarily they're servants of Nanda Maharaj. So they have servitude to Krishna, but it's mixed with so much parental love or with so much friendship. Not pure servitude, because their pure servitude mode is towards Nanda Maharaj. But towards Gopal, they're either friends and servants or parental servants. But parents, Nanda and Yaśodā, they have the power to bless Gopal. Actually, I remember my Guru Maharaj when he was speaking on the section of Nandastu Atmaja Utpanne Jata Ahlada Mahamana. Many years ago, maybe 98, 99. This was the context of the 10th canto where Krishna makes his appearance, Janmashtami. So this is the 5th chapter of the 10th canto. So my Guru Maharaj was explaining the Nandotsav celebration, how Nanda Maharaj was so happy and everyone came and they were offering gifts and blessings to Krishna. And Nanda Maharaj was also distributing gold and grains and gifts to Brahmanas. At that time, my Guru Maharaj, Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj, he said, I'll translate that in English. My Guru Maharaj said, at this point I want to pause and bless the son of Nanda and Yaśodā. He said, as a sannyasi, I am his grandfather. And Nanda and Yaśodā have got a very beautiful child. I pray to Vishnu to keep their son protected. Oh Krishna, I bless you as your grandfather. May you live long. It was a very sweet mood at that point. And then Guru Maharaj explained that those who are older to Krishna, like Nanda and Yaśodā, they offer blessings. Actually, Srila Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Devotion, there are many devotees in Vatsalya Rati. Prabhupada writes this. There are many devotees in Vatsalya Rati, and Prabhupada also gives the chronology. Not the chronology, we can say the hierarchy of who is situated where? And this comes from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Rupa Goswami. Srila Prabhupada explains, Sandipani Muni, Krishna's teacher, is also having Vatsalyarati towards Krishna, parenthood mood. But higher than Sandipani Muni, it is described as Vasudeva Maharaj of Mathura. But higher than Vasudeva Maharaj is Devaki Rani of Mathura. And higher than Devaki Rani are the motherly gopis of Vrindavan. And higher than them is Rohini Devi. And higher than Rohini Devi is Nanda Maharaj. And higher than Nanda Maharaj is Mother Yaśodā. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport to Canto 10, Chapter 9, Text 3. He says that anybody who wants to serve Krishna like Mother Yaśodā, they can never replace Mother Yaśodā and become Mother Yaśodā. But by remembering Mother Yaśoda's mood, they can attain this rasa, following her footsteps as her servant. Prabhupada writes that. So back to the point. Nanda and Yaśodā had Krishna, baby Gopal, on the lap. And Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri writes, as Nanda and Yaśodā are speaking to Krishna, Krishna looks up and he sees the moon. It's fascinating when Krishna sees the sun and the moon. He is having newer discoveries of his own creation. He's always seen the moon from there. Now he's seeing it like this. Oh, this is how the moon looks. Wow. No wonder they call me Vrindavan Chandra. So Krishna tells his parents, fruit! He doesn't say moon. It is described Shakha Gre. He saw the moon with whom? He saw the moon on the end of the branch of a tree. Because of Chandra Shakha Nyaya. He saw the moon was actually far away, but seemed to be between the branches. So Shakha Gre Atha Vidum Vilokya, seeing the moon. Phalam iti. Krishna said, that's a fruit. No wonder devotees like Hanuman also think the same. When the Lord can jump after the moon thinking this is a mango, why won't the devotee run after the sun thinking that this is a mango? Mahajano yena gata sapantha. Krishna asked for the moon, waited for the moon to come. But Hanumanji? Yuga sahasra yojana parabhanu lilyo tahi madur phalajano. Understanding this to be a fruit. Oh no, you don't come, I am coming. Don't wait for Mahaprasadam to come. So Krishna said, Phalamiti, fruit. So Nanda and Yaśodā were busy talking to themselves. They didn't pay attention. So Ambam cha tatam muhuhu. Krishna held mother's hand, held father's hand, and again he started shaking fruit. And samprarthyatha tada tadiya vachasa prokshipta baho tvai. So Nanda and Yaśodā said, oh, you want that white fruit? You know that fruit tastes very sweet. There also. They are adding more fuel to Krishna's fire. Of course, Krishna has a lot of fire. Devotees offer so much fire flames in Kartik. That all inflames in his heart as the desire to please his devotees. So they are telling Krishna, actually that fruit is very tasty. So Krishna said, what should I do to get them? He wanted everything, moon, stars, dark sky. So I want everything, but at least let's start with the fruit. So Nanda and Yaśodā said, very simple. Raise your arms up and you can catch the fruit. This is what we do in Kirtan. In Kirtan, we raise our hands up so that the fruit of Krishna Prem can someday fall in our hands. So Nanda and Yaśodā said, raise. Prokshipta baho tvai. Raise your arms, Gopal. See, the fruit will be in your palms. So Krishna tried. Nothing's happening. Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri says, Chitram deva shashi chate karamagat kim brumahe sampata. What can I say, O Krishna, in glorification of you? When you couldn't reach the moon came close to you in the form of the reflection. My Lord, Jyotir Mandala Puritakhila Vapu Prak A Virat Rupatam. Seems like millions of moons have entered your body. Otherwise, how could you have shown the form that you showed Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? So even the Virat Roop that was shown on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri says, that is because Nanda and Yaśodā fed him with so many moons of affection that he had so many moons to flaunt on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Nanda Maharaj used to teach Krishna many things. He used to sit with Gopal and take many different types of organic dyes, natural. And he would dip Krishna's palms in them and call different calves and stamp Krishna's palm prints on different cows and calves. Nanda Baba would stamp his palms and he would take Krishna's and Balaram's palms and stamp it on them. And then Krishna would ask, when can my palms become like your palms? Nanda Maharaj would say, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. The next day when Krishna would ask, Nanda Maharaj said, look, I told you tomorrow. That eternal tomorrow. To the Lord of eternity, his Father eternally says tomorrow, you will become like me. And surely enough. As Satya to Treta and Treta to Dwapar and Dwapar to Kali, Krishna, who wanted to have palms of his devotee, in Kali Yuga became a devotee with very long arms as Mahaprabhu. So Nanda Maharaj's blessings that tomorrow you will have palms like me came true because he became a devotee and with his 1,000 palms, the Supreme Lord distributed the fruit of Krishna Prem. Nanda Maharaj would sit with Gopal, take his palms and stamp them onto organic dyes and put them on the cows and calves. And sometimes Krishna would be found sitting behind calves. Doing what? He's combing the tail hair of the calves. You ask people around the world, does God exist? They will say no. Most people don't even believe in God. And Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas believe in God. They give the personal descriptions of God's name, form, qualities, pastimes, abode, his associates, and they also mention his favorite animal and what he does sitting behind the hind legs of that animal, combing the tail hair of those calves. Sometimes Nanda Maharaj would see Krishna and Balaram. They are busy taking water in their palms and feeding the calves. Sometimes bathing the calves, sometimes patting the calves, drying the calves. The calves would be wet with water and Krishna would embrace them to dry, to absorb all the water. He loves the calves so much, loves the cows so much. And Nanda Maharaj loves to see his son or his sons, Krishna and Balaram, love the treasure that he has. That's cows, Godhana. Krishna was also taught by Mother Yaśodā how to milk the cows. There's a pastime description where Krishna wanted to milk the cows and he went to the Goshala. Mother Yaśodā gave him a golden bucket studded with jewels. Golden bucket studded with jewels where he can fill up the milk that he's milking from the cows. So Krishna would take that bucket and sit in the Goshala and he would think which cow to milk. By then Subal Sakha, Krishna's friend, came and whispered, Radharani is coming. Just by hearing that, Gopinath, he adjusted his turban. He fastened his belts because now as Radharani is walking, she's going to walk past the Goshala where Krishna will be busy milking. So as Radharani is coming, actually Mother Yaśodā had told Krishna in the evening, run quickly to the Goshala, milk your favorite cow, bring in the milk, I will make sweets for you. It's been 1 hour, Krishna still in the Goshala. So Mother Yaśodā thought, what is he doing in the Goshala? He was sitting there, bucket is somewhere. He's sitting in the milking mudra waiting for Radharani. And as Radharani comes close, he's horripilating in ecstatic bliss. Mother Yaśodā comes to the scene. She looks at Krishna, looks at Radharani and tells Radharani, Radharani, please come, it's time. Gopal's been there for a long time milking. Krishna looked at Mother Yaśodā and said, I am trying to milk so hard, there is no milk coming. Mother Yaśodā said, that's because you're milking a bull. If you can stop milking a bull and start milking a cow, you would have had milk sweets by now. Krishna said, Mother, I am pretty sure this was a cow. I don't know how this became a bull. I don't know how the cow became a bull. How sweet are the pastimes of Krishna growing up with Nanda and Yaśodā. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. Govinda, as he who gives pleasure to the cows. So many beautiful things. It is described Nanda Maharaj would take Krishna and Balaram on his shoulder to Pavan Sarovar to bathe. He would have Krishna here on his shoulder and Balaram on this shoulder, and Nanda Baba would take Krishna and Balaram to Pavan Sarovar. And he would keep Krishna and Balaram on the shore, on the banks, and he would say, I will quickly take a bath, then I will take you in. Is that okay? So they say, okay. They're sitting there playing with sand, Krishna and Balaram. And as Nanda Maharaj goes inside, they start to crawl inside the water. Nanda Baba said, no, you sit there for some time, take care of my clothes. If you come here, everybody enters the water, how I'll come out? So you sit there for some time. But Krishna and Balaram are so sweet. They want to swim and play and bathe with their father. So Nanda Baba takes Krishna and Balaram on his shoulders. And he dips Krishna, and he dips Balaram, and he dips Krishna, and he dips Balaram, and they're splashing the water and playing with their father's beard. Describe as Nanda Maharaj bathes and he dresses and he comes out, Krishna and Balaram continue to swim and play. Nanda and Yaśodā, at different instances, they come out of Pavan Sarovar and they go to the nearby Narsingha temple and they pray, O Narsinghadev, please bless our children and protect them wherever they go. Wherever they go, please bless them, please protect them. The gopis have seen all these pastimes. This is why the gopis say, O Krishna, Jayati te dhikam janmana vraja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi daita dreshyata dikshutavaka tvaidrita savas tvam vichinnate jayati te adhikam janmana vraja te janmana he Krishna Vrajaha adhikam jayati. Oh Krishna, Vrindavan is always glorious, but te janmana, by your birth here through Nanda and Yaśodā, Vraja adhikam jayati. Vrindavan has become more glorious. And you're not just Yaśoda's son, you're all of our children. The motherly gopis are saying, Na khalu gopika nandano bhavan akhila dehinam antaratmadrik. You don't just live as the son of Yaśodā, you live in our hearts as our son too. Krishna has this powerful smile. He can enter anybody's house through his smile. The motherly gopis make such finely made makhan misri, sweet butter, and they keep it hanging high. And they tell their husbands, make sure that Krishna doesn't enter. You stand outside the house, protecting the house, that Krishna doesn't come. And the Mataji goes out, and this Prabhuji is guarding the house. And Gopal comes there with a very beautiful Adaram Madhuram Hasitam Madhuram, smiling with his Bimbadharo, Adhara Bimba. His lips are like the crimson red, freshly cut fruit, red fruit, freshly formed. And in that the pearls of roe-like teeth or jasmine bud-like teeth, and the fragrance of Krishna's smile, and then the sweetness of poetic words that he uses, and then his songs, his riddles, his singing, his joking, his storytelling. Sometimes Krishna cuts so many jokes as he's speaking. So he comes outside the house smiling. And as he's smiling, the husband of the motherly gopis are so enchanted. They're smiling at Gopal. Uncle, main andar jao? Can I go inside? हाँ हाँ, ये तुम्हारा ही घर तो है, चलो. Take whatever you want. This is your home, please. Sarvaloka Maheshwaran, take it. And Krishna happily smiles and he walks inside and he breaks the pots and steals the butter, and there's butter all over the floor. And he's filling his mouth and filling others' mouth and putting all over his face that he can take other times and eat. Total mess. And sometimes he's trying to run from one room to another and he slips and falls because there's so much butter. He who jumped across an ocean in Treta Yuga can't even jump across a little pool of butter in Dwapar. Navanita Taskara. He drowns himself and others in pools of ecstasy. Iti drikswa lila bhir ananda kunde swaghosham nimajjantam akhyapayantam. He drowns everybody in his sweet pastimes. And then he's still not satisfied. He wants more. So now he calls his best friends, the monkeys. Come in, come in, come in. And now monkeys are plundering through all windows. Can you imagine? No spectacles, but the monkeys are still there. Because this time they don't want maza or fruity. They want the fresh butter of Braj. So they enter, and Krishna is lovingly feeding the monkeys. Acha, yahan ye le lo, ye. Leke aao, sabko bula lao. Call your parents, brothers, siblings, friends. I'll feed everybody. And the monkeys go and call everyone. There's a big community of monkeys, and Krishna is feeding everyone. With his own hands, he's feeding. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Those who are my devotees, I lovingly give them what they lack. Oh monkeys, all that you lack is this butter. I'll give you with my hands. And Krishna is feeding the monkeys, so sweet. And at one point the monkey says, enough, enough, enough. My stomach's hurting. That's too much butter for the day. Krishna takes the pot and he throws it down to the ground and he says, this butter is so useless. Even the monkeys don't want it. What kind of butter is this? Even monkeys don't want it. What to speak of human beings? And all this while that husband of that motherly gopi is at the doorstep, wrapped in samadhi meditation, remembering Krishna's smile. And when the motherly gopi comes back, did Gopal come? Are you sure? And the gopi enters. And she herself would slip in the butter. That's how much butter is there in the house. That's how much butter is there in the house. And at other places, they would on purpose switch off all the lamps so Krishna can find the butter. But when they speak to Mother Yaśodā, they say, we switch off all these lamps so that Krishna can't find butter in our house. But what to do, O Maya Yaśodā? You put him so many beautiful jewels and emeralds and pearls and rubies, diamond-studded necklaces, that he illuminates wherever he goes. So Mother Yaśodā said, if that's the complaint, I'll take all those ornaments off his body. Then the motherly gopi said, no, no, just keep it on him. He looks so beautiful with it. They are not complaining. They just need a congregational program to discuss about Krishna. They just need a satsang where they can speak about Krishna. Bodhayanta parasparam. Then another gopi tells Mother Yaśodā, in my house, I lifted up the pot of butter so high that Krishna can't find it. But what to do? He doesn't come alone. He brings his whole pyramid of friends. And they all stand one top on the other, like Janmashtami, Daihandi. And they're standing shoulder to shoulder. And he's able to lift that pot, break that pot, and eat the butter from there. Another gopi said, in my house he didn't find any butter. So he went straight to the bedroom where my child was sleeping on the cradle. And he looked into the eyes of my child and he said, the mistakes that the parents make, the child has to suffer. And saying this, he pinched my baby. And my baby started to weep. For what reason? That the mother didn't keep butter for Krishna. Another gopi said, this is nothing. In her house, the husband was the doorkeeper and Krishna barged through his smile. And in her house, Krishna went in and fed the monkeys. And in her house, he broke the pot. And in her house, he could climb up and plunder the pots at a height. And in her house, he was pinching the babies. But in my house, no baby. Doors were locked, windows were locked, no pots, no butter, no lamps, no baby. He entered. He didn't find anything to plunder. He got completely frustrated. And what did Krishna do? What did Yaśodā, Nanda and Gopal do? The gopis are complaining. He went to the temple room and he saw on the altar a deity of Vishnu. He removed the deity from there and he climbed up the altar and sat there. Why? Because they know you may feed or may not feed the guests, but you'll definitely feed the deity at home. So, okay, I am the deity, now feed me. Another motherly gopi said, in your house he just became the deity. In my house I didn't even have a Vishnu deity. He sat on the altar and in utter frustration, he passed urine on the altar. When Mother Yaśodā heard these beautiful complaints, she said, all of this is false because my baby is in my house. And at that point, baby Gopal comes from the bedroom. Maya, what's happening? Too many people talking early in the morning. Oh, my eyes don't even open. And Mother Yaśodā said, look, mine Yaśodā Nandan is right here. He just came from the bedroom. What are all of you complaining about? They said, that's not true. It's not possible. He is in my house. Yaśodā Nandan said, how is it possible? Krishna is in my house, in front of me. Krishna said, me? Your house? Why? I get enough butter here, right, Mama? Maya Yaśodā said, yes, I feed him so much. Why would he come to anybody's house? And the gopis had nothing to say. They started walking past. Krishna ran outside the back door and caught one of the motherly gopis and said, this time I let all of you go. Next time you try to complain, wait and watch what I can do. Okay, Lala, we won't complain. You please come to our house. We are making this butter only so that you can come and eat it. Na khalu gopika nandano bhavan. You're not just the son of Mother Yaśodā, you belong to all of us. When our hearts can become white in purity like butter, and soft in compassionate dealings like butter. When our heart can become white in purity like butter, and soft in compassion like butter, that's when the butter thief breaks the pot of our existence and eats the sweet butter of our heartfelt feelings. It is beautifully described as Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yaśodā teach Krishna so many beautiful things about life. They also give him advice. That's another thing about Vatsalya Rati. Srila Jiva Goswami in Priti Sandarbha, he writes, there are things that only those in Vatsalya Rati can do to the Lord. Giving him advice, praying for him, not praying to him, but praying for him. Those who are servants of Krishna, those who are friends of Krishna, they say, Krishna Krishna Mahayogin, oh my Lord, please protect me. Hey Rama Amoga Vikrama, Krishna Balaram, please protect us, the friends are asking. Or Uttara Devi says, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin, in servant mood. But those who are mother and father like to Krishna in Vatsalya Rati, they pray to Vishnu for Krishna's protection. And the classic example of that is Canto 10, Chapter 6, Text 1. Just before the pastime of Putana unfolds, Nandaha pativacha shaurir na mrisha iti vichintayan harim jagama sharanam utpat agama shankitaha. Nanda Maharaj goes to Mathura to pay tax to Kamsa and meets with Vasudev Maharaj. And Vasudev Maharaj tells Nanda Maharaj, you have given enough tax to Kamsa. Kamsa is pleased with you, but I have seen this person sometimes is gentle and sometimes is mental, and sometimes he's gentle and sometimes he's mental, and sometimes he is gentle and sometimes he's mental. So this Kamsa is gentle now that you have given him tax, but in no time he will become mental. And he may send a demon to Vrindavan. So Vasudev Maharaj told Nanda Maharaj, you should rush back to Vrindavan. Don't stay here in Mathura, rush, because I feel a demon may reach very soon. And at that point, Shukdev Goswami says, Nandaha pati vachaha shaurir na mrisha iti vichintayan. Nanda Maharaj thought to himself, the words of Vasudev cannot be false. Either he knows the truth or what he's saying will come true, because he has Vaksiddhi. Vasudev knows Kamsa Maharaj, so he knows what's going to happen. Or what he has said will come out true because he's a pure devotee. But how do I reach Vrindavan and save my son? Nanda Maharaj is thinking. He's not thinking, how can Krishna protect us? He's thinking, how can I as the father protect Krishna? And Bhagavatam describes, Harim Jagama Sharanam. Srila Sanatan Goswami in Brihad Vaishnav Toshani, he writes, at that time, Nanda Maharaj remembered Hari, the four-handed Vishnu deity in his house. Sharanam, he took shelter of his deity at home and said, please protect my Gopal. Or another meaning, the word Hari has two meanings, the word Sharanam has two meanings. Sharanam means to take shelter, and Hari means four-handed Vishnu. Sarvam amangalam Hare. O Hari, O Vishnu, who removes everything inauspicious, I take shelter of you, please protect my son. Or second meaning, the word Sharanam means home. And Hari means Prem Diye Hare Man, that Krishna who has stolen his heart. So thinking of his Krishna, he ran home to protect him. Or thinking of the protection of Krishna, he took shelter of Vishnu. Utpat Agama Shankita, there may be a calamity, O Vishnu, please protect my child. It is described in the Shastra. Mother Yaśodā may sometimes scold Krishna, but Nanda Maharaj never scolds Krishna. Mother Yaśodā may sometimes reprimand Krishna, but Nanda Maharaj is always the soft cushion in Krishna's life. So he is Yaśoda Nandan and he is Nanda Nandan, both. And the relations are very different. Similar in Vatsalya Rati, but also very different. When Mother Yaśoda loves Krishna, Krishna sits on Mother Yaśoda's lap. But when Mother Yaśoda scolds Krishna, Krishna sits on Nanda Maharaj's lap. Therefore it is described. Aghadamana Yaśodā Nandano Nandasuno. Rupa Goswami says, you are Yaśodā Nandan and you are Nandasuno. Separate names for the same relation. Actually, even with Srila Prabhupada, it is described. Srila Prabhupada, in his childhood, his mother would sometimes scold him. And sometimes it is described, Srila Prabhupada's mother, Rajni Devi, would sometimes take Srila Prabhupada and not give him dinner and lock him in a room when he is mischievous. Prabhupada's childhood, it is described. Mother would sometimes not give him dinner to scold him and lock him up in the room. But when the father would come, Prabhupada's father would come. What was Prabhupada's father's name? Gaur Mohan De. Yes. Srila Prabhupada offers dedication of his books to the lotus feet of his father. He offers the books to his father. So Gaur Mohan De Prabhu, when he would come back from work or from outside, he would unlock, and if the mother is around and she would get angry, what he would do is keep the door locked, but it's described, he would go to the kitchen and fry nice puris and then go into that room and lock from inside. And the father would break the puri and feed the child. This was Prabhupada's childhood. So even with Srila Prabhupada, parents both are loving, but when the mother sometimes reprimands, the father would cushion Srila Prabhupada. So this was the Nanda Maharaj aspect in Prabhupada's childhood. Now we'll speak about the mother Yaśodā aspect in Prabhupada's life. Tamal Krishna Maharaj writes, one time Srila Prabhupada made a very wonderful samosa. Prabhupada personally made the samosa and he was feeding devotees, and Tamal Krishna Maharaj, as we know, was a perfectionist. So he bit into that samosa and he looked at Prabhupada and said, that tastes so nice. It's so tasty, Srila Prabhupada. This samosa is amazing. And Srila Prabhupada looked at Tamal Krishna Maharaj and said, yes, this is Mother Yaśoda's recipe. Srila Prabhupada said, Mother Yaśodā personally cooks for Krishna. Although she has thousands of servants, she will delegate thousands of servants in so many other daily chores. But cooking for Krishna, she personally does it. She wants to give Krishna the best. She doesn't want Krishna to have any unfulfilled desire. She doesn't want Krishna to have any discomfort. It is described Mother Yaśodā has a personal garden in her backyard where she grows fruits and vegetables only for her Gopal. Nobody else can take it. And she makes clothes for Krishna. She makes sweets for Krishna. She makes ornaments for Krishna. Nanda Baba dresses Krishna up and puts a peacock feather and tells him what to do, what not to do in the forest. How can Srila Prabhupada know Mother Yaśoda's recipe? Because he's a dear associate of Krishna. He got the glory of Nanda and Yaśodā into this world through his books. So as we conclude today's discussion, it is very important for us to reflect that more important than the glories of Krishna are the glories of his pure devotees. Vaishnavas in this world and eternal associates, both. There's a very beautiful example to understand this. Please everyone repeat. We are like the lotus. Krishna, like the sun. And pure devotees, they are the water pond. How does this make sense? Now, how does this example make sense? If the lotus remains in a water pond, then you will see the rays of the sun only blossom the lotus. But if you take the lotus away from the water pond, then the same rays of the sun will cause the lotus petals to wither and wilter with time. So we as lotus flowers, we have no power to access the sun rays, the scorching sun rays of Krishna's mercy. If we try to do it individually, we will scorch. We can do it. But if we are in the water pool, the water pond of Vaishnava association, glorifying Nanda and Yaśodā, glorifying Krishna's friends, glorifying our Guru Parampara, who are all eternal associates of Krishna. That is like being a lotus in a sweet, cooling, refreshing, rejuvenating water pond. And the same lotus which would otherwise wilter and wither with time by the rays of the sun, which can't approach the sun, because the lotus and the sun are far away. So we may feel we are far away from Krishna. But if we are in the water pond of the glorification of pure Vaishnavas, actually all Vaishnavas, then you can see the lotus of our heart will blossom, and the nectar of Krishna Prem will develop in the whirl of the lotus of our heart. I am remembering how His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj very beautifully has taught this principle over so many decades, that Vaishnav Seva is the only way by which we can approach Krishna's mercy. It is not by Panditya. It is not by how many shlokas we know. It is not by how many songs we can sing. It is not by the borrowed plumes of our talent. It's not by our fame. It is not by our YouTube subscription. It's not by our Instagram or Facebook following. How does it even matter to Krishna sitting in Goloka Vrindavan? How many people are subscribing to our channel? These things don't attract Krishna. None of our talents and abilities can attract Krishna if it is tinged with pride. If we can humble ourselves and serve the devotees and beg for their blessings, understanding that the lotus bud of our heart can open only in the water pond, only then we can call out to Krishna. Then it is possible. We can see Srila Raghunath Das Goswami made this the priority in his life. He offered 1,000 obeisances to Krishna every day, but 2,000 obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Granther aramba kori mangala charan, Hari Guru Vaishnava tinero smarana hoy vigna vinashan, anayase hoy nija banchita puran. Our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad has said, life is meant to remember Śrī Krishna, Śrī Guru and the Vaishnavas, nothing else. And by doing that, all the roadblocks are uprooted, and all the hanging fruits, the tallest, the highest fruits of the tallest tree of bhakti, that rus comes in our life by their blessings. We don't have to endeavor. We can't catch the fruit, but the tree can mercifully bend and drop the fruit in our hands. That is our path. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, at the end of every chapter, he says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Jar As, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadas. That the dust of the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath Das Goswami is my life and soul. Rupa Goswami himself has said, Jnanavalambaka kechit karmavalambaka vayam tu haridasanam padatranavalambaka. May some try to attain Krishna on their own effort. May some try to become great by their knowledge. May some try to offer the fruits of their activities to Krishna. As far as I am concerned, Rupa Goswami says, I take shelter of the slippers of the lotus feet of Vaishnavas on my head. This is my only crown. And isn't that Krishna's crown too? In his childhood, he lifted Nanda Maharaj's footwear on his head. Think about Gajendra. He's crying out to Krishna, but the first person to get liberated is the crocodile. Why? Because Gajendra was attached to Krishna, but the crocodile was attached to the lotus feet of Gajendra. Sadhu bhi grasta hridayam bhaktai bhakta janapriya. Hey Durvasa, said Vishnu, don't ask for my shelter. Go and beg at the lotus feet of Ambarish. I am not conquered just by my devotees. In fact, the devotees of my devotees conquer me, bind me with the ropes of love in their heart. I am their property. Srila Radhanath Maharaj once said something very, very beautiful and profound. Great realization from a great soul. Maharaj said, we can even see Krishna face to face. And as Kaliya, Krishna may even dance on our heads. But it takes for Vaishnavas like Nagapatnis to pray for our deliverance. Krishna's dancing on the head, Krishna's giving darshan, and we are in the Yamuna. But still we will get uplifted only when the Nagapatnis pray for us, only when the Vaishnavas pray for us. So in this mood, we tried to glorify Nanda and Yaśodā for the pleasure of the beautiful transcendental ears of Radha Gopinath. What glorification can we offer? But O Radha Gopinath, we are sincerely trying to glorify and sing the glories of your parents. May you have some mercy on us. And I am trying to offer some service, however little, however mixed it may be, for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas present here. If there was anything that gave pleasure to your heart, please pray for me. And if there is something that was not proper, please pray for me. I want to thank the temple management and especially Baladev Prabhu for reaching out and instructing me to speak today. To all the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis present here, thank you very much.